Learn about uh, group 17 of the periodic table, the halogen family. So this periodic table is before you. From here you can know about the position of halogens in the periodic table. So they are placed in group 17. Here this is group 17 and this is just before noble gases. So this is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. So they are called halogens. Halogens mean sea salt formers because chlorides, bromides and iodides are generally found in seawater. These are all non-metallic, and here fluorine, uh, out of these fluorine is the most reactive element, and this astatine is radioactive and is found only in traces. Now these elements are again written before you. Fluorine has the atomic number 9, chlorine 17, bromine 35, iodine 53 and astatine 85. जब भी आप किसी ग्रुप की स्टडी करते हो तो सबसे पहले उन एलिमेंट्स की इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिग्रेशन को जानना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. सो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिग्रेशन आपके सामने लिखी गई है, ये आप पढ़ सकते हैं. और जनरल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिग्रेशन जो है वो क्या है, NS2 NP5, isn't it? NS2 NP5. दिस इज़ द जनरल आउटर मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिग्रेशन ऑफ हेलोजन फैमिली. तो आप देख सकते हो कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं आउटर मोस्ट शेल में, 7. So they need only one electron to complete their octets, isn't it? So these elements, these halogens, these all halogens, they have a very strong tendency to gain one electron. Now occurrence of halogens. Due to very reactive, highly reactive nature, halogens are not found in free state and they are found in the form of compounds. Fluorine occurs as cryolite, fluorspar and fluorapatite. And chlorine, this is the most abundant of all the halogens and it occurs in seawater in the form of sodium chloride. It also occurs as calcium chloride and this is KCl, MgCl2, 6H2O. Okay. This is called carnallite, CARNALLITE. So these are the minerals of chlorine. Bromine occurs as bromides of alkali metals, iodine as iodides of alkali metal, and as sodium iodide, NaIO3. Okay, trends in properties of the halogen family. First है atomic and ionic radius. Atomic और and ionic radii they increase from fluorine to iodine. So जैसे आपने देखा ग्रुप में सबसे जो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट फ्लोरीन है, क्लोरीन, देन ब्रोमीन, आयोडीन, तो जैसे आप ग्रुप से डाउन जाते हैं तो atomic size it goes on increasing as expected. So on moving down the group, there is increase in the number of shells. So atomic radius or ionic radius both go on increasing on moving down the group as expected. So next property is ionization enthalpy. So these elements have little tendency to lose electron because from the electronic configuration also you have seen they have tendency to gain electron, not to lose electron. And they have very high values of ionization enthalpy. और जो ionization enthalpy की values भी हैं वो जैसे आप ग्रुप से नीचे जाते हो क्या होगा values को, they will decrease as expected. जो एक्सपेक्टेड ट्रेंड्स हैं कि जैसे आप ग्रुप से डाउन जाते हो तो ionization enthalpy goes on decreasing. नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टीज इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी. सो दीज एलिमेंट्स आर हाईली इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव. सबसे ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव कौन सा एलिमेंट है, फ्लोरीन. और जैसे आप ग्रुप से डाउन जाते हो, एज यू मूव डाउन द ग्रुप, electronegativity goes on decreasing. Electronegativity decreases down the group. Next property is electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy may be defined as the energy released when a neutral gaseous atom gains an electron. So these elements, as you know, have a very strong tendency to gain electron. So they have large negative values of electron gain enthalpies, as you can see from the values also. And on moving down the group, the electron gain enthalpy in general it becomes less and less negative. So but if you look at the values very carefully, there is an unexpected trend in this case. fluorine and chlorine. Chlorine has more negative electron gain enthalpy as compared to fluorine. दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, और जनरली आपको एग्ज़ाम में यहाँ से क्वेश्चन भी आता है कि क्लोरीन की जो है इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन एंथैल्पी वो ज़्यादा नेगेटिव है एज़ कम्पेयर टू फ्लोरीन. बाकी अगर आप ऑनवर्ड चलें, ब्रोमीन, आयोडीन एंड एस्टेटाइन, इट इज़ शोइंग द यूजुअल ट्रेंड, इट गोज़ ऑन डिक्रीजिंग. नाउ व्हाई this chlorine has more negative, and you can say fluorine has less negative. Here fluorine ki jo electron gain enthalpy, it is less than that of chlorine. This is due to extremely small size of fluorine. Fluorine का जो atomic size है बहुत छोटा, it is extremely small size, and there is inter-electronic repulsions. There are strong inter-electronic repulsions in the relatively small 2p orbitals of fluorine. So when around an atom there are inter-electronic repulsive forces, so these here due to inter-electronic repulsive forces, the incoming electron does not feel much attraction from the nucleus. So fluorine का जो electron gain enthalpy है, that is less negative as compared to chlorine. So next property is color. All halogens are colored, like fluorine is having this pale yellow color, chlorine has greenish yellow, bromine is red or reddish brown, and iodine is violet. These elements they exist as diatomic molecules. अब ये सारे एलिमेंट्स जो हैं ये कलर्ड हैं. एंड व्हाट इज़ कलर ड्यू टू? कलर जो है किसी भी सब्सटेंस का, इट इज़ ड्यू टू द फैक्ट दैट देयर एटम्स और मॉलिक्यूल्स आर एबल टू एब्जॉर्ब सर्टन रेडिएशंस फ्रॉम द विजिबल रेंज. सो ये जो हेलोजेंस हैं, दे हैव दिस प्रॉपर्टी दैट दे कैन एब्जॉर्ब रेडिएशंस फ्रॉम द विजिबल रीजन, एंड उनके जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं दे गेट एक्साइटेड टू हायर एनर्जी लेवल्स. So by absorbing different these radiations from the visible range, they display different colors. Next is physical state. Fluorine and chlorine are gaseous, bromine is a liquid and iodine is a solid. ये जो physical state है, कोई substance gaseous state में क्यों exist करता है, या liquid में या solid में, it depends on the intermolecular forces of attraction. तो ये जो हेलोजेंस हैं, जैसे आपको बताया, दे एक्सिस्ट एज डाई एटॉमिक मॉलिक्यूल्स एंड दिस आर नॉन पोलर, एंड तो दैट फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन बिटवीन द मॉलिक्यूल्स इज वैन डर वाल्स फोर्सेस ऑफ अट्रैक्शन. और ये जो वैन डर वाल्स फोर्सेस ऑफ अट्रैक्शन है, इसका जो मैग्नीट्यूड है, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन मॉलिक्यूलर साइज. तो सबसे ज़्यादा इंटरमोलिकुलर फोर्सेस किस में होंगी? आयोडीन में, बिकॉज ऑन मूविंग डाउन द ग्रुप ये जो मॉलिक्यूलर साइज तो इंक्रीज़ हो रहा है. सो आयोडीन में जो है, जो इंटरमोलिकुलर फोर्सेस जो हैं वो स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट हैं, तो ये सॉलिड है. और फ्लोरीन और क्लोरीन में इंटरमोलिकुलर फोर्सेस दे आर नॉट ऑफ दैट हायर मैग्नीट्यूड, दे आर वीकर, सो दे एक्सिस्ट एज गैसेस. मेल्टिंग और बॉइलिंग पॉइंट्स को भी आप इसी रीजनिंग से एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो. जैसे आप डाउन द ग्रुप चाहते हो, जैसे फ्लोरीन है, फिर क्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन, आयोडीन, सो इसमें इंटर मॉलिकुलर फोर्सेस जो हैं डाउन द ग्रुप वो इंक्रीज हो रही हैं ड्यू टू इंक्रीज इन मॉलिकुलर साइज. तो मेल्टिंग और बॉइलिंग पॉइंट्स भी धीरे धीरे इंक्रीज विद इंक्रीज इन एटॉमिक नंबर. So next property is bond dissociation enthalpy. This may be defined as the energy required to break one mole of bonds of the same type in neutral gaseous diatomic molecules. So this is bond dissociation enthalpy of F2. This is 158.8 kilojoule per mole. This is for chlorine, this is for bromine, and this is for iodine. You can see this is not the general trend, isn't it? फ्लोरीन का जो अगर हम ये स्टडी करें, F सिंगल बॉन्ड F, सो फ्लोरीन हैज़ गॉट वेरी स्मॉल एटॉमिक साइज. जनरली हम कहते हैं कि स्मॉलर द एटॉमिक साइज स्ट्रॉन्गर इज़ द बॉन्ड, isn't it? जो जनरल ट्रेंड है. लेकिन इस केस में ये अनएक्सपेक्टेड केस है. इसमें तो फ्लोरीन का साइज़ बहुत छोटा एटॉमिक साइज़ है इसका, लेकिन फिर भी ये बॉन्ड स्ट्रॉन्ग होना चाहिए, बट इट्स नॉट सो. इट हैज़ गॉट अनएक्सपेक्टेडली लोअर बॉन्ड डिसोसिएशन एंथैल्पी. सो इसका रीज़न क्या है? इसमें जो लोन पेयर्स होते हैं, 3 लोन पेयर्स, यहाँ भी, ठीक है. तो जो इनमें जो इंटर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक रिपल्शंस फोर्सेस हैं, द रिपल्शंस बिटवीन दीज लोन पेयर्स, इट मेक्स द बॉन्ड अ लिटिल लॉन्गर एंड दिस बॉन्ड बिकम्स वीक. the relatively large electron-electron repulsions among the lone pairs in F2 molecule because fluorine atoms are closer to each other. So this is the reason for unexpectedly lower bond dissociation enthalpy of F2. अब जिसके कारण क्या होता है, फ्लोरीन बहुत रिएक्टिव मॉलिक्यूल बन गया बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स लो एनर्जी टू ब्रेक दिस बॉन्ड. कई बार आपके एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आता है वाई इज फ्लोरीन सो रिएक्टिव, तो आप लिखते हो इट इज़ स्मॉलर साइज, इट्स वेरी हाईली इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट. लेकिन इसके साथ ये भी लिखना ज़रूरी है कि इट हैज़ एन अनएक्सपेक्टेडली लोअर बॉन्ड डिसोसिएशन एंथैल्पी. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस बॉन्ड कैन बी ब्रोकन इजिली, और जिसमें बॉन्ड आसानी से टूटेगा वो क्या होगा, बहुत रिएक्टिव मॉलिक्यूल होगा. अब अगर हम बाकी सारा स्टडी करें तो उसमें क्या ट्रेंड फॉलो हो रहा है. सबसे ज़्यादा जो है बॉन्ड डिसोसिएशन एंथैल्पी क्लोरीन की है, उसके बाद किसकी है, ब्रोमीन, then we have F2 and then we have iodine. क्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन, फ्लोरीन एंड आयोडीन, ये आपको लर्न करना है, ठीक है. और इस तरह का ट्रेंड यहाँ पे फॉलो होता है. एंड फ्लोरीन ड्यू टू इट्स इंटर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक रिपल्शंस बिटवीन द नॉन बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, दिस बॉन्ड becomes little longer and its bond dissociation enthalpy becomes lesser than that of chlorine. Oxidation states. Since halogen atoms require only one electron to complete their octet, so they exhibit this -1 state or sometimes +1 state. But most important oxidation state of halogens is -1, since they have a strong tendency to gain one electron. Fluorine always shows -1 state, but there is an exception also in HOF. Yeah, fluorine shows +1 oxidation state. And other halogens, in addition to an oxidation state of -1, they also exhibit positive oxidation states, +1 no doubt, and higher positive also, like +3, +5 and +7. So here it has been shown that Ns, Np and Nd, here this is the ground state of halogen atom other than fluorine. So it is only one unpaired electron, and it accounts for -1 or +1 oxidation state. And here first excited state where this one electron gets unpaired and it jumps to higher energy level. So there are 3 unpaired electrons, and this accounts for +3 oxidation state. And in second oxidation state, this particular state, it accounts for 5 unpaired electrons, and so +5 oxidation state. And the last, there are 7 unpaired. This electron should not be there. So this 3 + 3 + 1, 7 unpaired electrons, and it accounts for +7 oxidation state. And since fluorine does not have d orbitals, while all other halogens have vacant d orbitals, so as a result these oxidation states, like higher ones, +3, +5 and +7, they are shown not by fluorine but by other halogens. Oxidizing power of halogens. Halogens act as strong oxidizing agents because of their strong tendency to accept electrons. So fluorine is the strongest oxidizing halogen, and it oxidizes other halide ions in solution. Like here, if you study this reaction, F2 plus 2x negative gives 2F negative plus x2, where x is Cl, Br or I. Then in case of Cl2, x is Br or I. And bromine can oxidize iodide ion to I2. So a halogen of a lower atomic number can oxidize a halide ion of a higher atomic number from its salt solution. Now, halogens are all very good oxidizing agents because they have large negative electron gain enthalpies. So since they have a high tendency to gain electrons, so they are strong oxidizing agents. But if we compare fluorine with chlorine, which of the two has more negative electron gain enthalpy? It's chlorine. So chlorine should be stronger oxidizing agent than fluorine, but it's not so. Fluorine is stronger oxidizing agent than chlorine. So electron gain enthalpy is not the only factor on which this the power to act as an oxidizing agent depends. This oxidizing power, this tendency to act as oxidizing agent depends on two other factors also, one of which is atomization energy and second is hydration enthalpy. Atomization energy is nothing but bond dissociation enthalpy. Now if we write on the reaction, half X2 gaseous get converted to X gaseous. So molecules to atoms, this conversion, this involves an energy term which is delta H dissociation. Dissociation enthalpy half. Since we have taken here half, so half delta H dissociation. Now X negative when it gets converted to X negative gaseous. So here electron gain enthalpy, this term will be involved, delta H Eg, electron gain enthalpy, because electron gain enthalpy is the energy released when this neutral gaseous atom gains electron to form negative ion. And last step, from X negative gaseous, X negative aqueous, this piece is formed, and the enthalpy change involved in this step is hydration enthalpy, delta H hydration. Okay, so these values are given for different halogens. You find that here hydration enthalpy of fluorine is very high. So its bond dissociation enthalpy of fluorine is very low. So even though its electron gain enthalpy is less negative than chlorine, but it's very high hydration enthalpy and very low bond dissociation enthalpy compensates for less negative this electron gain enthalpy, and overall this is the strongest oxidizing agent, this fluorine. Overall kilojoule per mole, if you study this energetics underlying the reduction potential of halogens. The final column shows overall heat evolved in the process, and more the heat evolved in the process, that means more is the tendency to form the hydrated ion. So what makes fluorine the strongest oxidizing agent? It's very low bond dissociation enthalpy and very high hydration enthalpy. Now, these reactions also prove that fluorine is the strongest oxidizing agent amongst halogens. Fluorine oxidizes water to oxygen. Okay, whereas other halogens like chlorine and bromine, this X2 stands for chlorine or bromine, and these chlorine and bromine react with water to form corresponding hydrohalic and hypohalous acids. And reaction of iodine with water is non-spontaneous. In fact, I negative can be oxidized by oxygen in acidic medium, and you can note on the reaction to forms iodine plus water. Point is reactivity with hydrogen. Now halogens, they react with hydrogen to form hydrogen halides or halogen acids having formula HF, HCl, HBr and HI. So their important characteristics are, first, acidic strength. Acidic strength decreases in the order shown here. This means HI is the strongest acid. Now what makes HI strongest acid? This is the bond dissociation enthalpy. I being the largest halogen means here I has the largest atomic radius. So the bond between H and I is the weakest. So due to least bond dissociation enthalpy in hydrogen iodide, this is the strongest acid. Second point is stability. HF is the most stable, and this is again due to the fact that there is decrease in bond dissociation enthalpy as move from HF to HI. Next point is boiling point. Now if we study the boiling points carefully, so HCl, first is HF. HF has the boiling point 293 Kelvin. It has the boiling point 293 Kelvin. And what about HCl? It has the boiling point of 189 Kelvin. Okay. So why HF has the highest boiling point, higher boiling point as compared to HCl? This is due to strong intermolecular H bonding. But as we move further, if we move further, HBr has the boiling point of 206 Kelvin, and for HI it is 238 Kelvin. So after this means after HCl, again the boiling points show an increase. So this you have to study very carefully. If we move from HF to HCl, the boiling points show a decrease. But from HCl, when we move to HBr and HI, the boiling points show an increase. That increase is due to the increase in the extent of van der Waals forces because of increasing molecular size. So next point here, percentage ionic character, and here it is shown that HF is greater than HCl, is greater than HBI, HBr, and greater than HI. So electronegativity decreases as we move down the group. And last is reducing power. Again, HI is the strongest reducing agent because of its weak bond and its least bond dissociation enthalpy. Next point is reactivity with metals. Halogens react with metals to form halides. For example, magnesium can react with bromine to form magnesium bromide. The ionic character decreases in the order. MF is greater than MCl, is greater than MBr, than Mi. If a metal exhibits more than one oxidation state, the halides in higher oxidation state will be more covalent than the one in lower oxidation state. For example, SnCl4, this is covalent as compared to SnCl2, this is ionic. SnCl4 is covalent and SnCl2 is ionic. So halide in higher oxidation state will show more covalent character. For example, other also examples we can take. SpCl5 shows more covalent character as compared to SpCl3. Towards oxygen. Halogens react with oxygen to form respective oxides. Like fluorine forms O2 and O2F2. These two are good fluorinating agents. Chlorine, bromine and iodine also form a number of oxides in which the oxidation state range from +1 to +7. Chlorine oxides, they are here the various formulae are written: Cl2O, ClO2, Cl2O6 and Cl2O7. They are highly reactive oxidizing agents and tend to explode. ClO2, this one is used as a bleaching agent for paper pulp and textiles and in water treatment. Bromine oxides, they are the least stable oxides. Iodine oxides I2O4, I2O5 and I2O7 are insoluble solids and decompose on heating. I2O5, this one, I2O5 is a powerful oxidizing agent and is used in the estimation of carbon monoxide.